There are no ghosts in glory. Praise God, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. We're on the road here in Little Rock, Arkansas, and still in 1 Corinthians 15. And we're talking about the resurrected body. Another reason why we get into confusion when it comes to death and the resurrection is our very body. Like what is our body and what happens to us, to understand what actually makes us a soul. But the book of Genesis really clears it all up in what a soul is, right? Because it tells us that Adam was formed of the dust of the ground and God breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. So what makes a soul is the breath of God plus the body. Together, one unit, you have a soul. Not much different than if you were looking at a sandwich, a hamburger. You have the filling and then you have the bread. Together, you have a sandwich. Apart, you just have filling or you just have bread. So now let's go to 1 Corinthians 15, because when you read it there in verse number 35, here is why we know there are no ghosts, spirits, or people floating in glory. But some man will say, how are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come? Thou fool, that which thou sowest is not quickened except it die. And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be, but bear grain. It may chance of wheat or of some other grain. So to help us understand, he uses some agriculture. He's using some farmer terminology, just talking about planting a grain. And when you plant a seed, that seed has a hull or a husk that's on the outside. And in order for that seed to grow, that husk has to pass away in order to make way for the living seed inside. And when that is released, that's when you have the tree. That's when you see what we see here, even in this shot. Something had to die or pass away in order for something else to live. So he continues in verse number 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another flesh of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So the terms terrestrial, that's simply talking about the earth, and celestial is talking about the sky. Bodies of animals, bodies of beings on earth, even celestial bodies. And he goes into talking about the sun and the moon and the stars. They all have their personage. They all have their frame. Now that's how they exist. But our frame, our body, what we have, this is going to pass away. And it passes away to make way again for what God intends. And that's a perfect you, not just inside, but even outside. Verse 47 says, the first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we also should bear the image of the heavenly. Here's the good news. Just like we have this body, and you see me, and if you were standing here, we could hold hands and touch one another. This is the earthy. We got this one from Adam, but because of the Lord, the second Adam, the Son of Man, he had a real body. And even now, in his resurrected state, he has a real body. Remember when Thomas doubted whether or not it was even Jesus that appeared to them from the grave? What did he tell him? He told him to touch my hand, touch the wound in my side, and you will see that I'm just as real as you are. That is the body that God has for us. We will know each other as we are known. We will be in our perfect state. So if you're listening today and there's a pain, if you're watching today and there's sickness, know that it's all temporal. Yes, this too shall pass, and it will give way to a perfect body again, so that we can be one with God, not just on the inside, but even on the outside. Praise God, everybody. I hope this encourages us to know that we all will be restored. Ultimately, all sickness will be done away with. I pray that this encourages us to trust God even till that day. If it did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if there's anybody that you can think of that'll be blessed by this, make sure you share it with them too.